When you travel the world for a year, you see and experience so much, and we want to share our daily travels with you. Unfortunately, a hard drive failure means we have to tell the middle a little bit differently. So, welcome to Storytime with the Happy Hoppies in this edition of The Lost Episodes.
Alright, so one of the most iconic and picturesque beaches in Thailand is Railay Beach. At least that's what comes up on Google Maps and Google searches and whatnot. So what we did is we hired one of these longboats. They have all these wooden longboats that are at Phra Nang Beach, right in front of the little resort community, all the hotels and stuff where we were at. So you hire one of those guys to take you over around the peninsula to Railay Beach. But when we got to Railay Beach, we're like looking around for the iconic, rock little island out in the middle, just off the beach a little ways, and it wasn't there. So I looked on Google Maps, zoomed in, and I'm like, it's actually Phra Nang Beach.
Yeah.
That's where you want to go to get the picture of that.
Right, so Railay Beach, that's what we thought we were trying to get to, and we get there, and it just looks, it's a nice beach, but it just looks like any other beach. Except this one was so crowded. Like, Phra Nang Beach, where we just were, just as nice of a beach, but then Railay Beach was like 10 times more crowded. It was, because there were like no one on Phra Nang Beach, because they just hopped in the boat to go to one of the other islands. Explored there a little bit, but we didn't even do much. We just kind of let's try to find where we're going. So we knew that to get to the view that Peter wanted to see, we had to walk to the other side of the inlet there. We were technically on West Railay Beach, so we went to the other side where the Railay viewpoint was, and that was a really pretty walk. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I looked on Google Maps and you could see a path that went across the peninsula, and so then I asked one of the lifeguards on duty there, and I was like, hey, how do we get there? He's like, yeah, you just take this path and it's only a few minute walk across to the other side, and then from there you can walk around to the beach that you're trying to get to, Phra Nang Beach, where you have that rock formation. So yeah, it was super cool. That walk was very scenic. It was very well done.
There were monkeys, yeah. I remember.
There were some monkeys, really some cool kind of cave areas.
Yeah.
Rock formations and stuff. It was nice.
And then we got to some hotels too, but the crazy thing was it was double the price at least to stay on Railay Beach, and the only way to get there and get on and off is then by a longboat or by hiring another boat. And so therefore the prices of food and stuff, they can jack up there too. And so I would really recommend just staying right on Phra Nang Beach. And then even if you take 2 days of travel over to the Railay or over to other islands, it's still way better just to stay right off of Phra Nang Beach. Anyway, so then we got to the viewpoint, but it wasn't really a beach there. There were just a couple of boats, and then we just kept on walking through this narrow path, and all of a sudden it was ah! We've been waiting for. So that's actually off Phra Nang Beach. You could just have your longboat take you directly there, but the walk to get there was worth it.
Yeah, it was really nice. So we'd recommend taking it for sure. And when we got there, Lisa hopped in the water for a little bit and swam around this kind of cave area on the left side of the beach.
So I took some GoPro footage. Unfortunately, do not have that anymore. But it was super fun, and I was with a couple other people that were around, and then all of a sudden they kind of swam back, and then I was just out there by myself, and I was like, there could be a shark and it could attack me, and Peter was not even anywhere here, and there was no one around me. So then I got freaked out and I went back to shore, and then there were some people playing ping pong kind of in the water, and it was just a lot more relaxed at Phra Nang versus Railay. even though off Phra Nang there were still quite a few people there, there was like that typical like tree you kind of think of. You know, you kind of sit on the tree and relax on a Thai beach. Relaxed there a long time because Peter wanted to get a time lapse there
of the sunset. So yeah, there's also, when we were walking around trying to find like the right spot to kind of settle down and get the time lapse, there was also actually a wedding going on, so I snapped a little photo of that. But yeah, a great place for a wedding. And then kind of wandered around, took some pictures of some interesting plants that were there by the beach, and then eventually settled down on a little spot where it looked pretty good to do a time lapse. So we hung out and chilled, just kind of enjoyed the sunset.
We are brave, we are free, nothing's stopping you and me. We are the wild ones, we are the fearless. Now's our time to feel alive, we're chasing that golden sky.
Yeah, and I remember that it wasn't too busy at that point, but it was busy enough that there were some like food boats, so you could even like get some food directly from the sellers on the boat, so that was kind of cool. You get some fruit there or other little snacks.
And the boats were really fun too. Like the boats had this really long rod that would go out to the propeller, so they could go into really shallow water without hitting anything. They could adjust how deep it was in the water. And the motor was, the engine was like right on top. You can see everything. So I got a couple of fun shots of that. But it was really interesting. It's pretty fun. You probably wouldn't see that in the States, but it was really cool.
Yeah, a little bit jerry-rigged there. It's
Maybe,
fun.
I don't know.
And so then also at sunset, there were several like nicer boats that came into shore there just to enjoy the beautiful sunset. And then once the sun set, we quickly looked and we realized there are not many boats. And I was kind of keeping an eye on that. I'm like, Peter, maybe we should end your time lapse. Like, all these boats are leaving and we might be stuck here for the night.
And I'm like, oh, there's still some boats, and like we want to go until it's dark, so make sure that it goes to black. We don't want to like go darker, and never get to black.
Right.
But you could do that in post too.
So we waited. He was finally happy, and there was like this like one boat left.
I think there were like
Maybe
three boats when we finished, but then like two were almost full and they were taking off.
I don't know. So there was one boat, and we went over and we asked him, and he said, I'm so sorry, I'm a chartered boat.
So the group that had actually chartered them, he's like, you have to ask their permission because they've chartered the whole boat. And so when that group came back, there was only like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or so of them. And so we asked if it would be okay. And, you know, we're like, well, I sure hope they say yes, because if not, this is our last shot. We're kind of stuck out here.
Yeah.
So thankfully they were awesome and said, yeah, absolutely, come on board. We offered to like chip in for our portion. And so we did pay them for, you know, being able to ride along with them.
So yeah, so they got a discount then on their charter boat. But that makes sense to charter a boat though if you're going that late, just because you want to make sure that you have something back. So thank you so much for letting us hop on your boat. We probably would have had to walk back to Railay Beach and hope to catch something there. And if not, we would have hopefully had your wallet with us that we could have spent a expensive night on Railay Beach when we already had paid for the other one. So thankfully we got off, so that was good. One of the main things in Krabi there is to then go out and explore all these other islands. There was like the James Bond Island and things like that. And I think that island must be between Phuket and Krabi, because I saw other posts from friends who went to Phuket and also went to James Bond beach. And so, you know, that's kind of fun that you can kind of see the same beaches, it's just on where do you want to stay. And we liked Krabi because it was a lot less touristy. Got the more kind of local experience. It was busy, but not near as busy as probably Phuket would have been at that time of year.
In the next video, join us as Lisa experiences her first injury while traveling. See you in that video.
See ya.
All right, so one of the most iconic and picturesque.
Try that one again.
At least that's what comes up. At least that's what comes. Yeah, I can't get my words out. Okay.
Did you need some coffee?
No.
I had some GoPro footage from that, or at least so I took some GoPro. So I took.
Both foundations are words today.